Alright boys, what's good? Welcome to another video on my page. Um man, this month hasn't started so great. It hasn't started so great. It's been tough. I'm not gonna lie, it's been tough. Gold has been, gold first blessing me now. It's letting me, it's showing me some kind of behavior now. Right. I have three. I passed three accounts successfully. I passed three accounts all at once. Now I'm live in all three. One of the accounts, I'm currently down 4%. Right, I'm currently down 4% on one of the accounts, and it's been tough, man. You losing a live account, it's not something easy. Right. So now I have another live account. Remember, I said it was three. I'm down 1.4%, 1.3%, almost 2%. I'm down 1.3% on that. And the third one, I have to pay for them to activate. I have to pay an activation fee of $120. So what I'm trying to do right now is to get a payout on this one. Right, as I'm down 4% there, get a payout on this one. You to get the 10k, then I'm going to be happy. Right, so I'm going to be, I'm going to be happy. So I'll try as much as possible to bring that minus 4% back to break even. Then try to make, all what I'm just trying to say is I need to make a payout of at least $150 in payouts. And what can I do? All I can do right now is to make profit and place my withdrawal. My withdrawal date is tomorrow, and I've not made any money. But one thing about it is I might decide not to make withdrawal, and anytime I make profit, I should withdraw. But the 30 days, the activation fee for the other accounts lasts for 30 days, so I have to make a payout between now and on the 18th. I have to make profit, right? So I have just 1 week, and let's see. Alright, the previous video I made that I posted yesterday, I talked about market having a sell, which market eventually had the sell, but we had this pullback, and we were actually in a sell. Throughout this point, and we got swept out. Right, we got swept out. The market eventually went for the sell during Asian session. Now, there's one thing I have noticed is before market reverse, it has this momentum of it dying. Volume starts to reduce. For example, if we have to look at this point, right, market started losing volume, then spiked down. If we have to look at this point also, market started losing volume, then continue up. This point also, market started losing volume, then came down. Right, so what you want to do is you want to be in a position where you want to be at the exact time frame, the exact time that the market want to reverse. And one of the things that I usually use for my entry is either two things. It's either I see a change of character on the 1 hour time frame, and you can see this is a little change, but this little change can stand. As you can see, this little change stood. Little change of character stood, and market went for it. Right, had the impulsive move. But one thing I noticed right now was market being unable to break above this. Alright, market being unable to break above this. If I should look at the previous structure, market really find it not easy to break above all these points like this. Right, so you want to be in the sell trade. where you see that market find it difficult to break above this point. I want to be in a search, as you can see here right now. It did the same thing here. And market also did the same thing right here. It find it difficult to break above this point. Right, so from this point to this point, they are all internal structure. Right? They are internal structure. I was in a buy. As you can see, I was in the buy yesterday also. I was in the buy, I rode the buy. I thought market was gonna push more, but market didn't. So I actually adjusted my stop loss to reduce my loss. I didn't say break even, just adjusted my stop loss. Waking up this morning, I saw market stopped me out and had this push. Right? So I don't want to lose those accounts. I don't want to lose my account at all. I'm trying as much as possible not to lose my account. At this point, I don't even care about payouts now. I just want to keep the account alive and being able to pay for the activation fee. And if I can't see the activation fee trading for it, I might just look for money to buy. So what's it called? Just look for money to clear the activation stuff. But I can't afford to lose my live account. No. I can't afford to lose my live account. I've gone through a lot. I've pushed through a lot to be at this stage, and I won't let little things. 4%. I'm just down 4%. If I see a good setup where I should risk 1%, right? I still have 4%. You get me? I still have 4% to risk before I upload the account. You get what I mean? But if I see a good 4 hour, for example, this trade, this was a short session, I was literally sleeping then. For example, trades like this, if I should risk 1% on this trade and I get a 4 hour, I'm going to be back in game. You get what I mean? At least give 3 hour, right? So at least it's something. You get what I mean? So 4% is not that bad, but at least it's not something good that you can be happy for. So, but me being down 1% on my other accounts, and now it's still okay. I just have to be careful so that I won't go more than that. And one thing I've noticed is patience. My patience is so needed in this game. And see, I've looked at so many traders, trade by side, people that trade gold, trade by side, Abby, Jeff. Those are the 3 people I know that trade gold, that I've paid attention to. Other traders trade gold like Swaggy C, and I think Lambora also trade gold. But one thing I've noticed about all 3 traders, Abby, Jeffrey, and Trade by Side, especially Trade by Side. Trade by Side is a higher time frame trader, and they make more money than Abby and Jeff, right? Because their mentality is different. Trade by Side, he has more money to risk than to risk. I think trade by side might be risking 1 million on the trade, or risking 300 or 400. While the JFA can be risking, a little bit of money. But all I'm trying to say is their trading style is different. Jeff is a scalper, Abby is a day trader, trade by side is a swing trader. All 3 are profitable. You get what I mean? Ultra profitable. So now on this point that I don't really know, scalping was what made me pass my profit so quick. Yes, because if you want to pass a profit so quick, you have to be scalping. Alright, you have to be scalping. You can't trade live swing trader. You can't trade swing, or you can't trade on the higher time frame on evaluation stage, because it's going to take more time, and that time you don't have. Right, so you need to know how to scalp. And when you get to the live stage, you don't need to scalp, because now you're dealing with real money, or the pressure of, okay, this is real money now, because If you make profits in this, you're going to be making your money. You don't have to be pushing it that way. You just have to be conservative. And which I've noticed I haven't been conservative. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been conservative. I still risk the same way I risk on my live account, also on my phase two and phase one. I risk 2%. Right, so if I hit stop loss most time, I either lose $100, yes. That's on the 5K account. Either lose 2%, 1.5% on each trade. And I do that consistently, and now it's having a toll on my account. But for now, I just want to be sticking with 1%, man. 1%, 1%, 1%, 1%. So that continuously like that, if I should look at 10 trades, I'm going to, I will have gone far, right? So I'm just the pressure of me being eager to make a certain amount of money to pay my activation fee is actually having a toll on me. It's actually having a toll on me. I can't let that account go. I can't let it go. I can't let the account slide. I've come to afford to have the account. I have to get it in any means possible, right? So so enough of the talk. Let's dive down into this. So on our XAUSD right now, we are seeing on the sell. We are seeing on the sell. The market is bearish, right? So the market is only bullish if we have a break above this box right there, which we aren't having anytime soon. I don't know, but to see. And we've had a break of structure also. Go to 2-hour time frame. I use body. We have a break of structure right there. Alright, so what I'm planning of executing is I'm waiting for the market for a major retracement. There is having a retracement now, but I'm waiting for the point in the market where volumes start dying, right? Volume starts dying, and as you can see, the volume start dying. I'm talking about it. I think it usually happens on the 2-hour time frame. For example, look at this. For example, volume died here, and we have this market. We have this liquidity sweep also. Look at the same thing also on the 2-hour time frame. Volume also dies here. We didn't have that push again. So one thing I've noticed is volume start dying, there's a chance. Right, and for each volume that dies, we usually have a sweep above it. What I'm trying to say is, let me take you guys back a little bit. Now, we have this push right there. The volumes here dies. Volumes are dying. But before the major move happens, we have this sweep. And we have this movement to the downside. The volumes dies there. Volume died at this point. Right? Now, if we were to look at it, that is the first lower high. This is the other one, which was yesterday. One thing I always make sure I do is anytime I use stop loss, I always make sure I learn something new, and that's one thing that made my knowledge broad. Right? I always make sure I find something new to learn every day, and I always do. Get to what I mean? I always do. Right? So if we should look at this also on the 2-hour. I mean, before this market, the volume dies. Yeah, before the volume died, we had a sweep on that. And immediately we have the sweep, market start going but bearish. Same thing as this. You get what I mean? Always make sure if you hit stop loss, always make sure you try to learn new thing. It could be structure, it could be timing, it could be anything. Now I noticed Asian session now on these two movements was the one that had the movement. If we have to look at the session right here, and if you click on the Asian session, the major movement that move on the course breaker structure usually happened on the Asian session. Look at this right there. Asian session we had this push. Asian session we also had this push. I've last new thing now. So that doesn't mean I also wait for each Asian session. No. What I'm not going to wait for, I'm just going to map on the 2 hour, map the what is it called? The candle, this candle, right? This candle that we determine if markets have lost momentum. This candle was the one that made us realize market have lost momentum, and this candle also was the one that made us realize market has lost momentum. You get what I mean? Now, what we're gonna do now is we are still on a bearish trend. As you can see, we're still on a bearish trend. So I'm going to be looking for a momentum, right? So I'm going to be looking for, as you can see, we're going to be looking for a momentum on the 2 hour that signifies that market is already dying, and this is it. This is what I can say it is right now. This candle right there. As you can see, market isn't pushing, and we have 9 minutes left. Market isn't pushing towards the upside. Momentum is already dying. Same thing that happened right there. But this had a sweep. This, if you notice at this point, we have how many candles? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 before it swept, right? And this we have only one before it swept. So we will only want to enter the trade once it sweeps the momentum. And just like we have here right now, this has already swept it. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm just going to wait for the market to close. Then we're going to go for a sell. But we can't just go for a sell like that. We have to wait for 1 hour change of character. Just like this. So the change of character, it can be a slight retracement. It's going to count. Look at this. When it's swept, we have this change of character. It's a break below. We entered. I didn't we entered. We have a nice profit. Same thing right here. When it's swept, look for a change of character or a break of structure. It did it, then it created its own and entered. Right? So let's see if it have happened previously. This didn't happen here. Also did it happen here. Now this was an FP. I wanted to take a sell here right here, but didn't work out. Yeah, this is what we're talking about again, something like this for a buy. You see, all the momentum was the momentum was dying, then we had this push. Momentum here was dying, then we had the push. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're just going to be a little bit patient. Right, you're gonna be patient. For now, what I can say is patient, man. Patience has made me lost a lot. I'm not gonna deny the facts. Patience has made me lost a lot. I'm not gonna lie, patience. Patience. Patience is virtue. just need to be more patient. And patient, that shit, it's so hard, man. But I know I can do it. I know. Right. Well, it's possible. So we're going to be looking for momentum dying, the point where momentum begins to die. Alright, so waiting for a little bit of it's currently all these things. I have a strategy that if this candle closes bullish, I'm meant to enter the bullish. Something like this. Right, this was the same thing that happened on the 2 hour time frame that made me to hold my position. It happened on the 2 hour also. This. It happened right there. And it isn't to be sustain it. Alright, so what I'm gonna do right now, just going to be patient to see if we have some impulsive break. Some low momentum. Alright, we can have some low momentum. Alright, so I'm going to be giving you guys an update when everything has worked out as I wanted. And once it does, I'm going to be showing you guys the reason why I'm entering the trade and why I think the trade is going to move. So for now, I'm just going to be patient. I'm just going to wait for the market to either show me it has lost momentum and we're gonna go for the sell. Right, I'm only traded in sell. So I don't care if the market keeps pushing to this point. All what I'm interested in is what the sell of the market. Alright, I'm traded in sell today and in this week. So just also be patient enough, and I'm going to give you guys a breakdown on how I'm going to be entering the trade. So let's wait and see.